Midweek Voices with Dan Walsh. Gorey Town. Gorey Town. Now you're listening to Midweek Voices, and that piece of music there is called Gorey Town, and I played that last week on the show because we were previewing the Gorey 400 events that were happening at the weekend, and they went very well. And I picked up that from Des Tobin, and a lot of people have asked me where did I get it, and they haven't heard it before, and they're definitely very impressed. So we've tracked down Des Tobin. It's nice to speak to you, Des.
Dan, how are you doing? Thanks for the call.
Not too bad. Now, not everybody knew you in Gorey when I asked the questions as to who was Des Tobin, but some people did.
Yeah, well, you see, I'm a Dublin man, Dan. I'm a blow-in. Even though I'm there 14 years, I'll always be a blow-in, you know. But the song, anyway, Dan, I wrote, I went to GOREY Town as a child through all the years, every summer we spent down there, so it was inevitable I ended up living down there in Gorey. So yeah, the song basically came about because of my love for Gorey. It's a great town, great people, and I wrote it last year just for the. It was more of a fun song, just to talk about the town, the pubs, the people, the bands. There's some fabulous bands and musicians, and so that's how it came about.
So you've been part of that scene then, Des. You've been playing around the pubs and around the entertainment spots around North Wexford.
I have, since I came down. I do a Gorey. When I moved down first, I had a band called the Messenger Boys, and we went around a bit there. And then I had a band called the Arbor Men, and Mick Redmonds, he's a Kilgraney man, but he lives in GOREY Town too. He's a great banjo player, so him, and I had Luke Cosgrave on the fiddle, all great musicians that we played around, so there's some wonderful talent in Gorey, but I wrote the song just to sort of celebrate Gorey, and it's funny that this 400th anniversary came up. I didn't really know anything about that till the other week. It was actually yourself, it was all the stuff you're bringing up about. You're doing great work on it,
Well, they're just kicking it off now. They had it planned, but we didn't know an awful lot about it. But they officially launched it last weekend, and it's actually they have various events for the rest of the year. And we're looking around at things that are different in Gorey and things that maybe we haven't discovered up to now. And we got the Gorey Town song, and it's modern and it's up to speed on Gorey in this present day. So you're inspired then by your surroundings, by your new surroundings.
Yeah, well, I suppose you could call them that. I mentioned, as I said, like Monaseed is where I'm at the minute, and I mentioned that, and Tara Hill, and a couple of the different pubs and that, because Gorey is a thriving town, Dan, you know that, everyone that's in the town there knows it's doing wonderful stuff business wise, and so yeah, I recorded last year, as I said, and down in Enniscorthy there with Brendan Carty in Orchard Music. He's a fantastic sound engineer there, so it was more fun, I was trying to get a couple of songs together for a bit of an album, and I only actually released it on iTunes the other day, and the other platforms like that, so I'm hoping to get more of my music out there, and keep going at it. It's a passion of mine, Dan,
Well, do you play the festivals in Enniscorthy? Have you been there for the festivals?
I haven't, no. It's something I should look at, Maybe you could get the word in there for me, Dan.
The lads around Enniscorthy would be looking for new talent there now for the summer for the various events.
Yeah.
Now,
there you go.
I've got your 16-track CD here in front of me. Is that your first CD?
It's the first solo album I've done, Dan. I've played, as I said, with the other bands, and we've done some studio stuff and some live CDs too, but they were all as a group, but this one was something I wanted to do on my own, that sort of project. So the first couple of songs are covers, of like the Irish Rover and stuff like that, and then the last couple, maybe 7 or 8, are original songs, and then I finished off with a poem, which is the title of the album, Clugga Cove, which is a place I lived for a while there up in Arklow. You probably know it's a little beach up there, it's lovely. Yeah. So I wrote a poem about that then too,
A little monologue.
So it's local stuff,
Now, it says here on the sleeve you've been inspired by the likes of the Clancy Brothers, Ronnie Drew, Christy Moore, Johnny Cash and those guys. So that'll give people an idea of the type of music that you go for.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I grew up listening to the Clancy's and the father's Datsun 100A there driving around Dublin, and he had the tape cassette with the Clancy brothers and Tommy Makem, and that's what I grew up listening to. So I joined a brass and reed band in Dundrum when I was 7 years of age. A lot of family was in it. My grandfather played the trombone up there, and from 7 then I joined that, and music has been in my life since then, you know. So I don't know what to do without music. It's just part of me, you know. So I'll just keep going at it, and you know, it's more fun. It's fun, you know. If it's something you love doing.
Well, there's a lot of songs in there that will be well known, the Wild Rover and Galway Bay and all of those. But in fairness to it, having listened to it, you do give it a certain Des Tobin flavour.
That's what people say. Yeah, I do have my own style, I suppose you could call it. Yeah. I have the habit of just listening to a song once or twice of the original, and then I never listen to it again. I just have my own way, you know, and that's how I do it and enjoy it, you know. And every time I play it, I could do it slightly different too, you know. There's no strict regime. You know, I just go with it, whatever way it's working on the night, you know, or whatever.
So, hopefully now you'll be in action in Gorey during the summer and some of the big events. But generally your entertainment, Des, is it's party kind of stuff, isn't it? In the pub, old fashioned.
It would be pub stuff I do. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
At the moment I haven't much gigs at the minute, but I would have done a lot around Arklow and Gorey when I was, you know. But I'm trying to get more into this writing end of stuff, Dan, and get my music out there that way too, you know.
Well, look at it. It's great stuff indeed, and we played it there at the start of the interview. We'll be playing it again during the year because I think it's one of those new songs that goes well with the Gorey 400 and goes well with Gorey today. So it's a pleasure to talk to you, Des Tobin, and keep up the good work.
I will, Dan, and I really appreciate your call, and I wish you the very best. It's a great idea what you're doing there, and I wish Gorey a wonderful anniversary for its 400th year. It's a great thing, and it's a great town. So I wish them all the best, and thanks again, Dan.
You know, we know, Gorey is the town.